Welcome back to our continuing retrospective review of the first season of NCIS, Tali and Ziva. Episode 4, titled The Long Goodbye, marked a dramatic high point in the series, shifting the focus from the family reunion back to the core mission, but with a heavier, more purposeful pace. Following the emotional intensity of rescuing Tali in Episode 3, this installment dealt with the immediate fallout and forced Tali and Ziva to make a heartbreaking strategic decision that tested their renewed commitment to one another. The episode began with Tali and Ziva having successfully secured Tali, but the victory was short-lived. The central conflict of The Long Goodbye revolved around the agonizing choice they had to make: who would take Tali to safety while the other stayed behind to continue the highly dangerous investigation into the 9.4 conspiracy. This decision underscored the episode's title and its theme: the pain of a necessary, prolonged separation for the sake of survival. Tali and Ziva were forced to confront the reality that their unconventional happy ending would have to wait as long as their enemy remained a threat. Critically, this episode delivered on the promise of high-stakes, international action while maintaining the emotional depth established in the previous episode. The plot thrust our heroes into a complicated network of double-crosses involving Interpol and a newly introduced black market operative. The mission took them to an intricate, high-security location, which allowed for some of the season's sharpest tactical maneuvering. Ziva, in particular, shined in these sequences, showcasing her lethal efficiency and quick thinking under extreme duress. Her skills were clearly the driving force behind the mission's progress, a fact Tali readily acknowledged, which reinforced the equality and respect in their working partnership. However, the most memorable aspect of Episode 4 was the painful goodbye scene itself. The scene where Tali and Ziva said farewell to Tali and to each other was incredibly powerful and emotionally resonant. Their quiet exchange captured the immense sacrifice they were making, sacrificing their immediate happiness for their long-term safety. The writing avoided cliches, instead favoring simple, genuine displays of love and commitment, proving that the emotional payoff of their relationship was strongest when they focused on their family unit. This moment was a definitive answer to any fan who had questioned the authenticity of their reunion, proving that their bond was unbreakable, even when separated by continents. Ultimately, The Long Goodbye served as a masterful bridge episode. It used the pain of separation to dramatically propel the main conspiracy forward while simultaneously solidifying the emotional foundation of Tali and Ziva's rekindled relationship. My own opinion, drawn from reviewing the fan reactions at the time, was that this episode was a deeply satisfying return to the spy thriller format, enhanced by the emotional weight of Tali's involvement. It proved that the writers could handle both explosive action and quiet, heartbreaking character moments with equal skill, leaving the audience desperately wanting to know how they would reunite and finally defeat their powerful. We have discussed the critical reception and fan consensus from the time of its release. Now that you have seen the entire first season of NCIS, Tali and Ziva, what is your revised review of Episode 4, The Long Goodbye? Did the decision to separate the family feel necessary for the plot? Which character, Tali or Ziva, did you think handled the farewell better? And beyond the spin-off, what is your all-time favorite Tali and Ziva episode or moment from the original NCIS series? Share your thoughts and reactions in the comments section below. Thanks for watching.